Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. It is fantastic that you are here. Well, I trust you enjoyed my last video on 70s duo Captain and Tennille, and certainly through their song Love Will Keep Us Together, which was very much the soundtrack for couples all over the world because this song was absolutely massive for these two. Really encouraged to look at the fact that your love story and your partner's love story is unique to you because you are unique people yourself. Well, we go from there to Carmelo Dello, who was born in 1956 in New Jersey, but he has adopted the stage name of Carman. Now, before I get onto his genre, just a little bit more about him. Between 1980 and 2014, he has released 22 studio albums. Now, many of them have gone to gold and platinum status, so very successful. 9 compilation albums, 16 singles amongst those studio albums, and many music videos that just tell the story of his song so well. In fact, it's those music videos that has made him quite distinctive in the world. Now, he's been on television and he's been in movies. He is a Grammy nominated artist and he's a 6 times Dove Award winner. Now, Carman, which is his stage name, is in a genre which I've talked about before. It's a genre that looks at the inner workings of who we are as human beings and what makes us tick. And particularly with Carman, he looks at the fact that there is good and evil in the world that is flying around behind the scenes and very much battling each other. And sometimes that good and evil is even battling within us as individuals, and sometimes it's on a much bigger scale. But it is there because we do live in a world where bad things happen for some reason. So we don't need to look very far to see the fact that bad stuff happens in the world. And this is the Christian music genre. Now, I remember, before you think, oh, the word Christian, I remember being in primary school as a chaplain, and in this school there were 35 nationalities represented, and every conceivable religion was represented in that world as well. And so I very much learned and came to appreciate the diversity of all of us as human beings and what makes us tick. So I encourage you to stay with me. I've got your back here, guys. I'm never going to push anything down your throat. But at the same time, when I come up to an artist like Carman, which I've had to think about a little bit today, we need to give him a go as well, because certainly in the Christian music genre, this guy has been very influential indeed. I mean, gold and platinum album sales is an incredible achievement indeed. Now, there's a couple of songs I want to talk about in particular, and I suppose this brings up the fact that there is often conflicting forces within us. We've got one force that says you can do this thing, you really can, and then we've got this other bit inside of us that says no, you can't. Why are you even bothering? But then the other side pops and says yes, you can, yes, you can, yes, you can. You really can. You need to get back up and give it another go. Now, what is it that gets us to get up and give it another go, and almost to silence the naysayer inside of you? There's this thing called faith. Now, we have faith in all sorts of things, and I've certainly talked about that a little bit in my Amy Grant video a little while back now. But faith is your guiding light. Faith is the thing that will get you up in the morning. Faith is the thing that will get you to push. Faith is the thing that will get you to push part the thing that says no. Faith does that. It's the inner essence of who we are that rises up and says, yes, I can do this thing. Now, if you think about an Olympic Games, an Olympian, they have faith that if they train hard enough and if they continue to be disciplined, they're going to be able to make the Olympic Games squad and maybe even win a medal. This is what we're talking about here. Someone who will get up at 5 o'clock in the morning every single morning to train because they have belief that they can do it. Now, in the video clip of Faith Enough, which is in the description below, we have Carman taking on the personality of a boxer, fighting a formidable foe in the boxing ring. He gets beaten up well and truly, but something clicks on inside him, which gets him to knock the other guy out eventually. In Carman's world, faith is represented by his faith in God. He believes that faith in God overcomes any obstacle and anything that gets in your path, and so he actually rises to the occasion because of his faith in that. And certainly through his career, he has been encouraging everybody that he performs to actually get that as well. And so, so the battle within ourselves between the one that says, no, you can't do it, and the one that says, yes, you can. The difference between those two strengths of voices is your faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your God, faith in whatever it is that you put your faith in. Because we all put our faith in something, and that's what makes us tick as human beings. It's the thing where the essence of us just jumps up and says, I can do this thing. So Faith Is Enough came off the Heart of a Champion album from 2000. Now, we can't talk about Carman without talking about the song The Champion. Now, this is a battle on a much bigger and more epic stage than perhaps what's going on inside of us. Now, The Champion came off the album of the same name in 1985, and this took certainly the Christian world by storm when this song came out. Because one of the things Carman is so good at is telling a story. And he tells it in such a graphic and compelling and convincing way that you just have to hang around and see what happens. Because what we have in The Champions, we have an epic battle between. Now, when I mention these next 4 words, I'm wanting you now before they say them. For some people to go, hey, yay, that's fantastic. For other people, they'll almost want to turn the video off. Such is the nature of this name. This name is confronting. This name is a challenge. And this is a name that sometimes we don't quite know what to do with. But on one side, on the side of good, we have Jesus, Son of God. There's the 4 word, guys. You decide what you want to do from here, but my encouragement for you is to stay with me because I've got your back on this stuff. Trust me. On the other side, on the bad side, we've got the devil. Now, the thing the devil loves more than anything else is the fact that no one really thinks he's real. Well, Carman would certainly believe that the devil is real and his influence on the world is well and truly ingrained in it. And so the battle between these two, between Jesus, Son of God, and the devil, and it's very much a boxing fight. You know, God the Father is the referee. We got the angels, we got the demons all cheering on, say, come on, Jesus, come on, Satan, come on, devil, let's get to it. They have a battle and they have a fight. And true to the story which we celebrated at Easter is the fact that Jesus ends up winning. He doesn't win through the final punch. He wins by giving up his life. But 3 days later, much to the surprise of everybody, he comes back to life in what we call the resurrection. So whatever you think about that stuff, I suppose one thing I want to just say, I suppose, is that the way that Carman tells this story, it's exciting. And it's actually exhilarating to listen to it because he tells it in such a way, with such conviction, in such a really, really good story that you just have to hang around and see what happens. And this is the very, very much the case with The Champion. It's a word that he is very much, I suppose, being associated with because, as I said, when this song came out, it took the Christian world by storm, indeed. And it's just a real classic story of good versus evil. And I don't know about you, we tend to want good to win out, right? We kind of want that to happen. And this is certainly what happened in the heavenly realms where this story is actually, I suppose, told, that good overtakes evil. in the most of an unusual of ways. And so I suppose the challenge for all of us today is that if we look at about the inner workings of our lives and the way that we live, there are good parts. I know for me, there are good bits and there are bad bits. Those two are in constant conflict with each other, hopefully always wanting the good to win. But sometimes, you know what, words come out of my mouth which I'm thinking, oh man, where do they come from? Or we get angry, or we get upset, or we swear, we do all this sort of stuff. And we think, oh my goodness, that's not the way it's meant to be. I'm meant to be good, but you know what? I'm also human. And this is part of being human, unfortunately. I suppose the thing is that I try and limit my humanness to try and keep the world in a positive way instead of negative way. This is the balance that we all have, I'm thinking. So whatever you think about this Christian stuff, I'll leave that totally up to you. I suppose the thing is, all I'd say is that be encouraged that there is good that can overcome evil, I should say, even in your own life. Now, you might be thinking, oh, what does Carman? He's a Christian guy, you know, nothing ever bad happens to him. And what does he know about the journey of struggle and strife? Well, trust me, this guy has had a few things happen. In 2011, he was in a very serious car accident. In fact, he was going to a particular performance, which he had to cancel because it was so bad. In 2013, he was diagnosed with cancer. Now, he actually overcame that, which was really, really great. But in 2020, the cancer has returned. And so very much the battle within us is raging when we're confronted with the C word. We don't know how on earth it even got there. Sometimes we think it's not even us, it's somebody else. But he has got through cancer. Well, he hasn't got it through a second time as yet because 2020. But apparently he is performing again late 2020, which is fantastic. But Carman well and truly can say that I have struggled through the stuff that hits us from the left corner at times. So yes, he is well and truly equipped and well and truly authorised to be able to talk about faith enough, heart of a champion, very much the fact that we need something more within us sometimes than just our normal crutch. We need our faith to stand up. Well, onto the clips, and I really trust that today will be a real encouragement for you as you consider your own no person and your own yes person, and which one of those two wins most of the time. Well, onto the clips. And yes, we have to have the champion. This is a live version of this one, and you'll see what I mean by how compelling he is as a storyteller. It's one of his strengths, well and truly. Now, I have told you what it's about, so I'll leave that one up to you about whether you watch it or not. If you are slightly interested, have a look at it by all means. It's just a live performance, so there's not much else in there. He does put on some really amazing voices, though, to really bring out particularly the bad side of the story just that little bit better. So have a look at the champion if you would like. And I've also included Faith Enough. Now, this came off the Heart of a Champion album from 2000. So this is the official clip of that particular video. So the links to both of those songs are in the description below. And I've also included my last commentary on Captain and Tennille. So if you want to revisit that one, feel free. Well, if you've come back for another video today, I trust it's been an encouragement for you. That's all I'm really, really wanting with these videos, is it for it to be an encouragement, nothing else. So really great for you to come back. If this is your first time to Life Reflections through Music, we've done a few of these now. Welcome to the channel, and I trust that you will come back for another one. As always with my videos, if you do click on one of my links, I encourage you to hang around for the end, because we do talk about some stuff that you may find interesting, like this concept of good and evil today. Well, that's it for today. Next time, we're going to go on to the Carpenters. So until then, I'll catch you around.